Sunday's Malaysian Grand Prix was set up superbly in qualifying yesterday with drama aplenty. It resulted in an all Yamaha front row for the first time in over 2 years, with rookie sensation Fabio Quartararo on pole. World champion Marc Marquez was all the way back on the 4th row, so fireworks were always going to be in store, but you won't miss any of the action with your MotoGP Sunday recap. Off the start, it was the Pramac Ducati of Jack Miller who outdragged everyone to turn 1 after outmuscling Petronas Yamaha SRT's Franco Morbidelli on the brakes. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez was already up to 5th from 11th on the grid after a sensational start, whilst poleman Fabio Quartararo began to drop backwards. Monster Energy Yamaha's Maverick Viñales then hit the front on the first lap as he squeezed past Miller, before at the final corner the world champion capitalised on a few errors ahead of him to come across the line in second and recover a remarkable 9 places on the opening lap. Miller got some swift revenge on the number 93 by slipping back in front, but the pair's fight gave Viñales the opportunity to escape. 3 laps now completed, and Marquez finally got through on Miller into turn 14, with the world champion just about holding off the tough Australian a corner later. Meanwhile, Andrea Dovizioso made a typical Desmo Dovi start and found himself in podium contention and was trying to stick with Marquez. Things got worse for Miller as Valentino Rossi moved past him as a Pramac Ducati man very nearly crashed out after a nervous moment on the front end. Then the Australian was involved in more drama as he clashed with Alex Rins over 5th place, with the pair somehow managing to stay on despite huge contact. Meanwhile, the Doctor could sense a podium finish and made his move on Dovi with 8 laps remaining, but Desmo Dovi fought back with the GP19 becoming quite the challenge to overcome. 4 laps remaining and Rossi tried once more to overcome the Ducati of Dovizioso, but was once again unable to find a way through, with time now running out. Further back, Joan Mir put a firm move on Johan Zarco and abruptly ended what was set to be the Frenchman's best result of the season in 9th. But back at the front, the checkered flag was ready for Maverick Viñales. A factory Yamaha man came across the line to clinch his 2nd win of the season after a masterclass in Malaysia. Marc Marquez continued his incredible run of being inside the top 2 of every race that he's finished, and in doing so reached 395 points, a brand new points total record in MotoGP. Andrea Dovizioso held off Valentino Rossi's late advances to take a hard-fought 3rd place, with Alex Rins not too far behind in 5th. Just 1 round of 2019 now remains. Who can take the final win of the season in Valencia and carry some important momentum into 2020?